Hi guys, this is Mr. C. Once again, this is another video that is tailored to help you. So today I'm going to talk about documents that should not be laminated. In my previous video, I have a lot of people ask me questions about authenticity, if they can authenticate their school results like the WAEC results and the transcripts, and these documents have already been authenticated, have already been laminated. So when you laminate your document, you automatically void the authenticity of that document. So there is no way to guarantee the credibility of that document. So when you take a document to be authenticated and these documents have already been laminated, it is impossible to do that because they need the seal. So it is important that the seal, the plastic sealing is not there, so they can apply the authentication stamp on your document. So if you're one of those guys who have already laminated your documents, I'm going to tell you one of the ways how you can try to remove the lamination from your document at the end of this video. So first of all, I'm going to list some document that you should not laminate at all. Document that you should not make the mistake of ever laminating at all. And these are very important documents. And on the list, one of the document is receipts and proof of payment. So when you acquire properties, it can be refrigerator, it even can be a laptop, it can be a mobile phone. So electronics in general, you should not laminate the receipts, okay? Because when you laminate the receipt, now it becomes difficult to authenticate, like to validate that particular document. And then the next on the line is your school transcripts and certificates. When you have your school transcript and certificates, you should not laminate them, okay? You should avoid laminating them. Instead, you can make a copy of those documents, and those copies are the ones that you should laminate, and those are the ones that you should take about if you need to. And the original should be in a very safe place. And one of the safe places you can store your document, if you're trying to save your document from being attacked by insects, you can consider buying these fireproof safe. So you may only need a little size one. You can buy a fireproof safe, or you can buy this files that has plastic wrapping to wrap your document. And you can also buy these insect killers to deter insects here around the house. So this is also very important. And then on the list, we have a document like your medical records. So you should not laminate your medical records. So when you have medical records from your hospital, from the doctor, do not touch those documents. You just have to keep them the way they are in a very safe place. And another on the list is your land purchase document. It can be an agreement document, can be the receipt, whatever. You don't laminate this kind of document. And on the list, we have letters of recommendation and your national ID, or even your passport. You should not laminate this document as well. Of course, you should know better that you don't have to laminate your international passport. I'm talking about your travel passport. You should not laminate them. And even when you have a scanned copy of your travel passport, you should also not laminate the scanned copy of your travel passport. And on the list, we have talked about academic transcripts and certificates. So one other thing that you should not laminate is your marriage or divorce certificates. Okay, it is very important that you don't do these things to your document, because you may need to authenticate them in the future. And especially if you're thinking about moving overseas, the immigration may require you, or an institution may require you to authenticate this document. And this is why you should not laminate them, because when you laminate them, you avoid every possible way to guarantee credibility of this document. So you should not do that. And now I said at the end of the list, at the end of saying the list of documents you should not laminate, I'm going to give you guys suggestions, ways that you can undo the lamination. So there are 3 ways. One of the ways is you can soak the document in hot water, not extremely hot water, just something that is hotter than warm, okay, in between. And you can soak them for hours. Alright, you can soak this document in hot water for hours, and after that you can try to trim off the edges. You can try to trim off the edges, and using a tweezer you can try to separate the document. So you have to be extremely careful, and if you're not a very patient person and you are impatient, please desist from doing this because you may ruin your document. Now, as I said, hot water, you soak the document in hot water for extended period of time, many hours, even overnight, and you try to separate the document gently using tweezers and scissors. Slice through the edge of the document, you use the tweezer and try to just separate them. And another way is applying heat on the document. You can use a pressing iron. So what you have to do is you put the document on a flat surface and you put some papers on top of the document, some layers of papers on the document. So it can be A4 paper, it can be any kind of paper at all. I would suggest 2 layers of papers on the document, and then you use a medium heated pressing iron. You apply the heat gently on the document, gentle heat, and then you try to cut off the edges and use the tweezer and try to separate the document. So another thing you can do if both of this method doesn't work for you is you can try to request for the original document from the institution that issued the document, or you can make maybe a photocopy of that laminated document. So guys, this is it for today. I hope this actually helps you, and if you any of those people who did laminate their document, I hope you don't do it another time. So that is it for today, and I will see you guys another time. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you have questions, please leave your questions in the comment section below, and I'm going to try my best to answer your question. And of course, if you have a different question which is not in this particular topic that we discussed about today, you can also leave your question in the comment section. If you need help in applying for admission to universities in Europe, you can also contact me, and my contact details is available there on the description, and you can also reach me at contactmrc4@gmail.com. and until then, see you guys in the next video. Ciao.